Hey everyone, this is Jordan from Sleeklens.com. I want to show you this really quick Photoshop tutorial. This is a way of turning brown, burned out, gross grass in your images into nice, lush green grass. This is going to be really especially helpful for real estate photography or any kind of architectural photography, or even if you just want to take a cool picture of a house and you want to really brighten up that grass, especially in the wintertime. So we're going to make this tutorial very easy on you. What we're going to do first is just create a blank layer. We're going to get a brush here, a very small brush. Make sure the hardness is down to 0 and the opacity and the flow are both set to 100. And we're going to make sure our background and our foreground color are black and white here. So we're going to be painting with black. So what we're going to do is just go along this edge of where the grass is that is burned out and yellow and all that stuff. We're going to kind of go along here. And what I'm doing is basically just clicking instead of painting back and forth. I'm holding the shift key, and what that's doing is just making a straight line to every point that I click. This is just a way of doing it really fast here. Right there, we're going down here and finishing it up here. And we have this little sliver back here behind the house. Obviously, whatever photo you're working on will not have some of this, but I want to make sure I get as much as possible. And you don't have to be super exact with it. So what we have here is this little border here. What we can do is just go in and just paint it over just like this. And just go really fast with it. You can also use the paint bucket tool, and that will kind of automatically fill it in for you. Just as an example here, I got the paint bucket here. I can click right here and it'll fill it in, but you still have to go in there and fix it up a little bit. So I'm gonna go and fix this area here like that. And basically what we're doing, and the reason we're doing this, is just making a selection. This is just an easy way of making a selection. So now that we have that, I'm going to click Shift or hold Command or Control on my keyboard and click here, and that's going to make that a selection there. So now we're going to just deactivate this. We're going to click on our background layer, and we're going to click Command or Control C to copy and Command or Control V to paste, and that will paste that, that selection of the grass there. Now what we can do is just go ahead and get rid of this. We don't need that anymore. And now we can do an adjustment layer here. We can go over here and go to hue saturation. And what we're going to do is clip this hue saturation to our grass layer. And the way we do that is hold the Alt or Option key and hover between the two layers. Click right there. And now we can apply the grass greening effect. We can play around with it here. We can click colorize. That way we can see exactly what color the grass will be. We can change the saturation here, take the darkening down, the lightness, and you can just play with it a little bit. You don't want to make it too neon, crazy green like that, because that just looks completely fake. You want to have a little bit of naturality in there. So we're playing around with this. I'm going to add a little bit of yellow into mine and just play with the brightness here. And so that's pretty much it. What we can do here is go to another adjustment layer, take the brightness and contrast. We can add a little contrast to it to really crunch it up a little bit. Maybe take the darkness down. And we can see actually if we do that, we're actually affecting the whole layer. So what we need to do is clip this brightness and contrast layer to our hue saturation. Again, hold the Alt or Option key, hover between those two layers, and now that darkening effect or contrast effect will only affect that grass area. So right around there is where I'm good with. So I'm going to put all of these in a group, and you can see the before and after. So here is the before and here is the after. Alright guys, thank you for joining me in this quick Photoshop tutorial. Head on over to Sleeklens.com. We got more stuff over there, more Lightroom presets, Photoshop actions, courses, Luminar presets as well. Everything you can imagine over there. Head on over to Sleeklens.com and go get you some cool stuff. So thank you for joining me in this video. This has been Jordan from Sleeklens, and I'll see you in the next one.